Those two green lights mean that our breaker box is protected.
These 4 lights mean that our inverter and batteries are protected.
And these 2 lights, if they were on, would also indicate that our generator is protected. But what are they protected from?
Lightning, electromagnetic pulses, and coronal mass ejections. Thanks to EMP Shield. We just installed 5 of these units to protect our house and equipment. In today's video, we'll walk you through what they do and how to install them. EMP Shield is essentially a surge protector on steroids. It takes power surges from sources like lightning, the sun, and the electrical grid away from anything it's protecting.
How does it work?
Magic.
No, really, how does it work?
It shunts the overvoltage and shoves it into ground.
We did a bunch of research looking for a product like this, and here are some of the reasons that we went with EMP Shield.
Their testing has shown that it does the shunting in under a billionth of a second. That's pretty quick.
Very fast.
These units can take multiple hits from EMPs and CMEs, coronal mass ejections, sun farts. But when it comes to lightning, they're the sacrificial lamb and can only take 1 hit.
One of the things we really liked about the company is that they stand behind their product. So if lightning strikes and their product fails, they back it up with a $25,000 insurance policy.
Plus, if it's struck by lightning, for $50, they'll replace the unit.
That gives some good peace of mind.
That's nice. We also like that they have multiple devices for houses and cars and computers, and we've spoken to them a couple times and they've been very helpful.
For all these reasons, we decided to become an affiliate with them.
For more information on any of their products, check out the link below.
Now, on to the install.
All right, let's begin. I'm going to start at the solar arc. We'll do the 2 EMP shields for the charge controllers. We shall begin by shutting down the solar arc. First, kill the power, hit the button. While the solar arc is on its way down, shut off the incoming 3 lines of the arrays. The power is all down, confirmed with the multimeter, and we can begin. When you get yours, they come packaged nice and securely with good old bubble wrap. I'm going to use Unistrut to screw these down and secure them. Unfortunately, the smallest screw that Unistrut uses that I know of is 1/4 inch, and that doesn't fit. So, some modification required. Everybody is locked in, good and secure into the Unistrut. Keep in mind, none of this is code. I have to put a gutter in here to secure all this stuff and make it all code compliant, but we're getting there. Next up, wiring it up into the solar arc. All of my wires are stripped. Now, because I have a dual 600 volt EMP shield as well as a single, you got to make sure that you match the striped ones together. So there's a red line on this guy if you can't see it, and then a black line on the red, and then these guys. So these guys go together and these guys go together. It is just as easy as slotting it in and flipping the switch. Good and secure. All wired up. Now, keep in mind, I coiled mine and I didn't cut any excess off because, again, this isn't in its final resting position. You want to keep your leads as short as possible. So if you are permanently installing yours into a spot, cut your wires so that they are short. Everybody's wired up now. Got a tap to ground all of these guys. This one's for the battery one. Comes up and into a nice little lug, good and tight. And on my negative, done the same thing. Nice little tap. So battery is nice and upright. Unfortunately, these guys had to be upside down, but that's okay. Should be all good to go. Next up then is the breaker box. All right, time to take the panel off and figure out how to install this guy. Instructions say they want the breakers to be as close to the incoming power as possible. So I have moved this 50 amp that was here up and put in 2 individual 20 amp breakers. And next up, we just got to figure out where we're going to set this puppy. All right, this looks like it's the best place for this. So that's where it's going. Right there. That makes this good and close to these 2 breakers, which is exactly what we need because we want to have these leads as short as possible. And then this little dongle can go outside. White goes to the neutral. Green's gonna go to the ground. And your red and black will go one here and one there. Doesn't matter which one, just as long as they're both connected. All right, neutral is done. Do ground next. Got the ground locked in. Next up is the L1 and L2. All right, both L1, L2 are all set. So that completes all of the wiring for the EMP shield for the breaker box. Mistakes were made. I had this down too far so that the foot was in the way of the hole to secure the lid. Oops. All buttoned up, ready to be tested. We are now ready to bring the solar arc back up. So we can turn all the batteries back on and start the power up. Batteries are on and EMP shield for the batteries is active. All right, power's back on. Time to fire up the solar and see how these go. Flip. And we're up. Now, it's time to flip on the solar breaker for the solar arc. And we've got power coming in. Last but not least, flip these guys and we are good to go. Now it's time to tackle the generator. This one's gonna be a little more tricky because this is not a whole house generator, and that's what that's made for. To do this correctly, we need to make sure that the EMP shield gets hooked up after the main breaker. So in order to do that, I'm gonna have to take this panel off and see how we hook this up. Lots of wires, but that's okay. It's easy to trace. This is the main line coming in, and this is where your L1 and L2 are coming in. So that means we need to hook up to the backside of here and here. Time to mount this. So what I did here is I got a 3/4 to 1/2 inch reducer and then a cable gland, I think it's called, to keep all the mud daubers and other bugs out. Anything that the 3/4 one they had was just, it was way too big. You'd never be able to seal the wires. So got to reduce it to 1/2 inch, and that way stuff and things can't go living inside of here. All right, get this mounted up right about there and and go from there. Entrance hole cut and deburred, ready for the liquid tight cable gland. Not a huge fan that that's white, but it's what I got. Good and tight now. Everybody is solid and ready to start the other ends. These are 10 gauge wires, and at least for my generator, the ring size is a number 10. So whether or not that's what you need is another question, but in any case, these are 10 gauge. All wired up. So we've got everything coming in to here. We've got both the line 1 and line 2 going into after the switch. So this is where power comes in. This is the breaker, and so this is coming in after the breaker. And I've got my ground going to here, and I've got my neutral going to there, which all combines into this. She is all good to go and ready to be buttoned up. Okay, all that's left then is to test it. Here we go. Now that the generator's been tested, all 5 units are working. That should mean we are now protected from lightning, sun farts, and worse.
Now that you have completed these installs, would you say that this is a good DIY project?
I would say so. If you're not comfortable in your electrical box, hire an electrician. That being said, if you want to be covered by their $25,000 insurance policy, it needs to be installed by a licensed electrician or inspected by a home inspector.
Good to know. We'll see how these go, but now I'm thinking since it was so doable, we might have to add one to our truck.
And when we get into the house, the internet.
All right, more to come on EMP Shield. In the meantime though, don't forget that if you want more information on any of these products, check out EMP Shield using our affiliate link below. We would appreciate it. What's next for us?
Stuff and things.
I hate when you say that. Stay tuned while we figure out what we're going to do next. And in the meantime, thanks for watching.
It takes surges. No. It takes... I'm Italian. Hey! Pulls it away. Keeps it safe. Just bottles it up and throws it in its little pocket.
If you enjoy our videos, we'd really appreciate it if you would take a second and subscribe to our channel. Thanks. And until next time, like our farm sign says, just keep growing.